so early in the game was the difference tonight?
That was a difference. I don't think that was the difference, but the biggest key to any game against West Virginia, and this has been the case since I've played against them or coached against them, is aggressiveness. You have to find a way to stand up to their aggressiveness. We obviously didn't do that. Once we got in foul trouble, that probably made it tougher on our guys, but that's, can't use that as an excuse. They just were flat out the more aggressive team. And I thought, they were kind of rewarded by that with the fouls. They were able to draw more fouls, and their aggressiveness worked in their favor.
Shaka, this game and then the game here 2 years ago, those are the two biggest losses for Texas as a Big 12 school. What is it about this arena or this place? Because y'all have won here.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Wild Extremes?
That's a good question. I think first of all, I told the guys, I said they remember the game here last year. That's the last time we played them, and I thought West Virginia did a terrific job of coming out with a level of aggressiveness and fight and violence to what they did. That really worked in their favor. Obviously, I got to do a better job having our guys ready to stand up to them in a game like tonight. And regardless of where the game is or who the opponent, that's from our side, that starts with us.
TV caught. It looked like Kai was getting a little hot under the collar on the sideline. Did you calm him down, or what happened with that?
Guys were kind of, we ask our guys to hold each other accountable, but it's, sometimes it's a fine line. And
right.
I actually told him, I said, I like your emotion. It's
emotion.
We need more of that on the floor. I told him, go after the ball with that same emotion. And guy's young, he's a freshman, he's learning. Game like tonight, regardless of the result, was probably going to be a real learning experience for him and any young guys that played. But we, as a group, our older guys have to lead the way. It's you count on your freshmen to come in and give you a lift, but the leadership has to come from those guys. And again, it starts with me having our guys more ready, coming off our guys really wanted to win against Kansas. We came up short, but in this league, you're going to play Saturday, Monday sometimes. You just are, and you have to find a way to get, as a team, to get right to come up here and compete. And West Virginia deserves a ton of credit too.
Three last ones.
Shaka, the first half run, I think they got 20-some points there real quick. What happened? Was that them being aggressive and getting it paid off, or was it something else?
Super aggressive. Offensive rebounding was huge for them. We had some turnovers in that stretch that they were able to turn into points. They went inside, and then we had some guys with fouls, and I thought, again, our aggressiveness wasn't good enough to start, but then when they got in foul trouble, it probably hurt that even more. But they deserve a lot of credit. They were aggressive. They made a lot of plays, and they were all over the glass. It was huge.
That's the thing about it. Your guys never lost. They never lost their cool on the floor. Just maybe reaching in or being out of position or having their footwork. I mean, is that solely West Virginia forcing the issue, you think?
I think they deserve a lot of credit with their aggressiveness, but we didn't have the level of fight we need to have on a lot of little things on both ends of the floor. These are physical games. These are games that you have to be able to stand up physically and do the things you need to do on both ends of the floor. And I thought West Virginia did a much better job of that than us tonight. And again, that is reflected in the way the fouls were called. It's reflected in the baskets they got in the paint. They scored 52 points in the paint, and then the way that they got to the foul line.
What are your impressions of the new guys that Huggins brought in this year? Sheboy, McBride, Usaboyan.
They're good players. I like McBride a lot. We recruited him some. He was hurt his whole junior year, and he's going to be a terrific guard in this league. He's already one of the top freshmen in this league. Shibwe, I mean, he's a man. He does not play like a freshman. He plays with a violence about him, but he's under control. And I think when you have him and Culver out there, it obviously creates a real matchup problem, not just for us, but those two together are really good.
Right,
Coach,
last one.
how do you think about going forward? You get the rest of the week off, and then at LSU.
Yeah.
But how do you convince the guys? This is one game, one night, and you got to move on.
Well, this has to be a turning point for us, for sure. We can play a lot better than that. We didn't tonight. There's some reasons behind that. Those all need to be put out on the table and addressed. And then we need to be. I think the biggest thing that our guys can take from tonight is there's certain things, if you don't do them, you're not going to win. I don't care who you're playing against in this league. And West Virginia did a great job of exposing that.
Go ahead, sir.
Coach, I'm sorry. You obviously scout West Virginia, look at their numbers, preparation for the game. They had some guys tonight that probably did some things that maybe not, show up on the scouting report or on film, that kind of stuff. Adjusting to that in game, how much of a task, how difficult, I mean.
Yeah, I thought they really spread the wealth pretty well.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't that guys did a lot of things that were surprising. When Shibwe did what he did, Culver did what he does. And I thought Haley was really effective for them, the way he rebounded and came off some screening action and got some easy baskets. McCabe played well. He hadn't been playing as
Right.
much. But we knew he was really capable just based on what he did the second half of the year last year. I challenged our guards to be more aggressive than him, and I thought he won that battle.
Thanks all.